Can you share like a incident where you have felt you have felt pressurized to take that interview, and you were actually stressed for that interview, but it went like a smooth breeze.
Pressurized to do an interview तो मेरे साथ नहीं
Pressurized
होता है.
मतलब मैं I don't know if I've been able to articulate
No,
it
I don't know if
properly.
anyone's ever put me under pressure to do an interview.
अरे pressure
Other
नहीं
than-
मतलब मैं समझा नहीं पा रहा हूँ I think, but what I'm trying to say is कि
I was stressed about an interview.
stressed चलो
Yeah.
ठीक है correct, stressed is the right word.
Celebrity interview that I felt like I was really stressed about. Okay, I'm going to narrate this incident because I was really like happy about how professional she was, because it was a really stressful situation for my guest. So I was shooting with Ananya Pandey and Shrishti Dikshit, and about 15 or 20 minutes before Ananya was supposed to arrive, I got a call from her manager saying that she's lost her grandmom. So Chunky Pandey's mom had passed away. And in my head, and the thing is, see, Deepak, people might assume that we get a lot of money to do social media star, or that we had lots of money to spend for as many days, but actually not. We're really like tight on like spending budgets and everything, right? So if an actor cancels and we're losing studio time and all my technicians and my artists who've come and their time, it's a big loss. But of course, I mean, if someone has lost their grandmom, I'm not going to say that. So in my head, I was like instantly feeling terrible for her. Then instantly also wondering what are we going to do, because this is like 15-20 minutes before she comes. And thankfully, I think I know her mum reasonably well. So I called Bhavna, gave my condolences. She picked up, thankfully. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. What do you want to do? Should I tell Ananya to go back home and this and that? And so she's like, no, she's reached down, sir. I'm talking to her. Just give me 5 minutes. And I was for sure, I told my team, I'm like, guys, I think this is not happening. And Shrishti was very understanding. Everyone was understanding, of course. I mean, you've lost someone so close to you. But to my shock and surprise, she came. She came up. She came up to the studio. We went inside the dressing room. We had a quick chat. I said, are you okay? She hugged me. I hugged her. I was like, I'm so sorry for your loss. And she's like, yeah, mom and dad are anyway getting into the arrangements. So right now there is nothing for me to go and contribute. And I know that your entire team is waiting and everyone's here. So let's go ahead and do it. And I said, are you sure? And she said, yeah, I'll do it. And I cannot tell you, because I think her mom explained to her, I mean, I don't know, this is my educated guess, that that it would mean a loss for her, because I think, sometimes your momagers are also like, Bhavna is a momager, okay, I get to call her that, and she's also very like involved in her daughter's career and everything. So I think Bhavna understood that, and she said, you know what, you've given a commitment, go finish it. In the meanwhile, dad and I will handle things, and then you come to us. And she came. We gave her a few minutes. We didn't make it a big deal on. So I told the team, like, you better behave. Like, no one's going to treat her any differently or make her feel even worse than she already is. And we shot. And if you watch that episode, honestly, I think for that 1 hour, that girl just switched off everything else that was happening and said, okay, I'm here. I have to finish this. These guys are waiting and dependent on me. Let's do this. Because I know the minute it ended, she went into the changing room. She immediately changed, and I think she took a few minutes to herself, and then she had like a family member and a close friend come pick her up. So that to me just won tremendous amount of brownie points and respect in my eyes. I was like, if you could do that on a day like that, just because you didn't want me to have a loss, and I'm not like a friend or someone who's really tight with you, that you needed to do that, but just out of like professional commitment, 10 on 10.
Phenomenal, yeah. Phenomenal. I think these are stories that people don't know of. I mean, what people see is like the finished product, like the edited out 20-minute cut or the 35-minute cut. But what people don't see is the raw version of who people are and how people conduct themselves.
If memory serves me right, I think हम जब shoot कर रहे थे, उसने लिए थे 1-2 breaks. She needed like a couple of minutes to drink, because imagine you've lost someone who's so close to you. And I don't know if you guys know about Chunky Pandey's mom, but she was quite like a baller and a legendary figure in her own right. Like, go read up about her if you guys haven't. If you guys don't know, like, Google it and properly, like, let me not do injustice to it without being prepped for it. But to lose someone that close to you, and to just constantly only ask for a couple of minutes of break to sip on water, recenter yourself, because we're shooting like game segments, fun segments, this segment, that segment. In fact, I really wish if you could like link it, if you're going to put this on YouTube, link it, because watch it. I watched it from an entire perspective of making sure that it doesn't come across like she was having any lows. But if you watch that interview, you can see it takes her a little bit of time to open up.